Call to order. It's 6:01 p.m. According to the Open Public Meeting Act, this meeting of September 24, 2025 was published in the Bergen Record and Herald News on January 8, 2025 and sent to our town. The executive session meeting notice was published in the Bergen Record and Herald News on September 19, 2025. In addition, copies of the said notice are and have been available to the public and are on file in the office of the Township Clerk. Roll call, please.
Okay, here, Committeewoman Apici is something wrong. She will be absent from today's meeting. Committeewoman Artola? Here. Deputy Mayor Miller?
Here.
Committeeman Chwinski?
Here.
Mayor Judge Crivello?
Here. We have a quorum. Okay, so we have executive session, which is Resolution 25-2251. And this would be for litigation, negotiation, attorney-client privilege, matters relating to personnel. I have a motion to go into executive session.
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
He
beat me.
Okay, all in favor? Any no
my game tonight.
abstentions? We will be back approximately 7 p.m. Thank
We'll
you.
get to that at 7 p.m.
You never get the...
May I have a motion to close executive session?
Motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Chwinski?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Crivello?
Yes. May we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Alrighty. Thank you for coming this evening. So what's first on the agenda, I have here, unless you want to do, Chief, would you want to do Mr. Cottrell first? Is that easier, or?
No, we can do this first.
Okay, we got two people here, our assembly people, who are Chris Tully and Lisa Swain. And let me just start off a little bit here. Going back many months, when we were looking at the pump station, I said, how can we get help? Rochelle Park needs help to have money toward this pump station. And I reached out to somebody who I believe could help, because unfortunately, our FEMA money was taken away. And those two people were Assemblywoman Lisa Swain and Assemblyman Chris Tully. They represent Rochelle Park. When I said, I need help here for Rochelle Park, I need somebody to help us financially with this pump station because it's over $4 million. I was very pleased to hear both of them say, how can we help you? And by that, I asked for money for the town. And the question came down to, well, how much money? And I put the number out there. I need $1 million for our pump station. Just a number. Not thinking in a million years that this could happen. But it did. And with their drive and their cooperation, I also had our administrator. We got on a meeting with their office staff and said, we need this and the reasons why, and we went back and forth, and this is this, and we need that and this. I think it came down to our pump station was being held together by bubble gum and Band-Aids. I also had in the meeting our superintendent, Mr. Dave Brown. I had the support of the committee to move forward with it. I got a call on June 30th, 6:30 at night, when the state budget went through. And Assemblywoman Swain and Assemblyman Tully were on the phone. And I heard, Teresa, Rochelle Park at the $1 million. And I saw it tear up about it because I couldn't believe this happened. I was told a few times by a few elected officials that Rochelle Park will never see state money. Well, guess what? We're seeing it now. And thank you to our assembly people who represent Rochelle Park here in our 38th, Assemblywoman Lisa Swain and Assemblyman Chris Tully. So what we have is a little presentation that we'd like you to please come up here if you would. Oh, you did? Okay. The first one, check?
Yeah.
Who is it?
You literally have to check.
I don't know if it'll fit in your pocket.
I want to see that check.
So, This is, wow. That's nice. This is for flood mitigation. So, Dean, also? So we were very lucky. It's good to see you here. To have everybody here. Would you like to say something? Sure.
I almost started crying.
I know.
Because it really, it's almost like a miracle to be able, like Chris and I fight for our towns every single year, trying to get money for various projects, bringing money back for education. We work, really hard, and sometimes we nag a lot about various things. And I was just so happy. I mean, especially like the aging pump station, the story that the money had been there from FEMA, had already been approved. You guys were going to have a groundbreaking on the new pump station.
We still are now.
Well, now we got your new money, that's real money, and we're so thrilled. Chris and I represent District 38, which is 16 towns. Many of our towns flood. So when you told me that you needed money for a pump station, I knew exactly how much money you needed and how important it was to your residents. I mean, having been here and seen from our house, I saw your house. Yes, we've seen the piles of garbage lined up on the sidewalk after floods.
Yes.
So anyway, we're so thrilled to be here, to give you the money for that new pump station, which you so much deserve. So
Thank you so much.
What Lisa said, we actually want to thank the mayor, the committee, the incredible staff here at Rochelle Park. This happened because we all work together. When we heard the issue going on, when we heard the FEMA money was pulled, the fact that we were able to be your advocates in the Assembly and Joe Lagana in the Senate to make sure that this money was prioritized in our budget. And we all know budgeting is about priorities and about, at the end of the day, helping our residents, helping our communities, especially communities that are struggling with flood mitigation, like Rochelle Park. And Gail, as you said, we've been touring this community for a long time. We've been fighting for this community and all of our communities for a very long time. This happened because of your advocacy, because of your incredible team, Dean, Mayor, committee, all the staff here. Thank you so much for all you do every day to make Rochelle Park such a wonderful place to live, work, and raise a family. So with that, we're happy to have this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We actually got to check into this too, but.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, coming. All right, thank you again.
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
Great job. You don't have to make $1 million every time you come.
No. Next year I'm asking for 2, just letting you know ahead of time, just to let you know. But thank you so much again. So appreciate it. I know we all do, and I know all the residents do too. So, okay, next we have, yes, there's Mr. Pinto right there. Presentation of plaque for William Cottrell for 15 years of service as a crossing guard. And I will be right there.
Please, liaison, I ask you to join me now, any other committee person. I also have with us Lieutenant Ed Kukolski, who oversees the crossing guard. So if you'd like to say a little bit, and then I'll absolutely talk a little bit myself about what this means. And Bill, why don't you come on, Bill? Why don't you come on? We're here to celebrate Bill Cottrell. Bill Cottrell's been a crossing guard for almost 15 years in Rochelle Park. that's something that you don't hear very often. Being a crossing guard is a very, very tough job. And Bill has done it without complaints and has done his duty every day, hardly ever out, and been doing it for almost 15 years. And with that, we celebrate Bill's retirement. And Bill, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before I read what's on the plaque, I'd like to say a little bit about Bill as well. So, we've always heard it takes a community, right? It takes a village to raise our children. Well, there's not a child, and they're probably, some of them are in college now, if not through college, that know Bill. And some are having babies that remember Bill standing at the corner. Bill has always been an extra set of eyes to the police department, going back to when I was a patrolman. And we would go, sit on that detail, and Bill would come over, hey, this car at this time. I mean, he had it down to the plate number. And so it's not just crossing guard. And that goes for all of our crossing guards out here, so thank you to all of you. I also hope, as I look out to this audience, that we have some future crossing guards. We could use some help. Please apply. Reach out to Lieutenant Kukolski. We're always looking for, those extra set of eyes. So this says, in grateful acknowledgement and appreciation for your 15 years of service to the children and residents of Rochelle Park as a crossing guard, William Bill Cottrell, as I know you by. I would drive by every day, yell out the window, Bill. Presented on the 24th day of September 2025 with the heartfelt thanks of the entire police department, governing body, and residents of Rochelle Park. Presented by myself. Bill, thank you.
I served on the Board of Education for 15 years, and I can remember in rain, snow, the heat, and everything else, Mr. Cottrell was at the corner, always protecting the children crossing, as well as anybody else crossing. So I can tell you, the dedication that you've given to this town is very heartfelt, and we so appreciate it. I thank you for everything you've done. Also, I believe that we have a certificate from our assembly people. We'd like to know.
I'm hoping for the chat.
We can bring that So we have a certificate for you as well, and I want to thank you for your 15 years of service. As a parent, I live in Fairlawn, but I know from taking my kids to school, you have one of the most important jobs when it comes to raising kids, because you are in charge of their safety.
Right.
So thank you so much,
Thank you.
and the best of luck to you in your next chapter.
Of course. Thank you, Bill. No, we heard that you would be honored here tonight. We want to make sure we express our gratitude for you because, as Lisa said, you're not only in charge of children's safety, but you're actually putting your own safety on the line every single day. We know how tough that job can be. We know the risks that are entailed. So thank you every day. Thank you for everything that you've done for us every single day. And please enjoy your retirement. Congratulations.
I just want to say thank you to the parents that trusted their kids with me. I did have a daughter that was hit by a truck, and this kind of worked this out in me to do this. I've been in 4 years, town for almost 40 years. Ambulance Corps, DPW, crossing guard. And I really appreciate it. I love my kids, and I hated to retire. And I'd like to try to come back as soon as I can get back on my feet.
Well, we're going to have a recognition night. I'm sure Lieutenant will reach out to our staff, and you're obviously more than welcome to be there.
Yes.
And Bill, I think it's correct that you took the post when my mom retired.
Yes.
Yes, she retired, so she was the crossing guard for 20 years at that corner,
Right.
and when she retired, you took that on, so
I took
she
it
was
on.
happy to pass the torch on to someone trustworthy and do something.
I retired from DPW on a Friday, and the older chief that was here called me up on Sunday night and said, "You retired, could you just fill in until we get something?" It was a long time. I'd like to thank all the other crossing guards. I mean, it is a dangerous job, and
Everybody's not really admired.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, good. Thank you.
All good.
You know,
So correct.
thank you, sir.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you. Thank you, folks.
That's what it's about.
Thank you again so much. I'll talking soon. Okay, thank you. Here's in my glasses. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so moving on now, we have a couple of proclamations here. I know we do a lot of them, but you know what? Everyone is worth it, in my opinion. So we have the first one, proclamation is the First Responder Appreciation Month. And let me just get it out of here. Gonna get my steps in today. Cancer. Thank you. This was, the flag was donated by Mr. Wrigley. Would you come up, Mr. Wrigley, please? Okay. Thank you. Hello. I'm gonna come this way. Mr. Wrigley donated the, flag for National First Responders Day on October 28th, 2025 this year. Whereas first responders, including firefighters, paramedics, police officers, emergency medical technicians, and other dedicated personnel are integral to the safety, security, and well-being of our community. Whereas October 28th is designed as the National First Responder Day, a day to recognize and honor the extraordinary courage, dedication, and sacrifice of all those who answer to the call to protect our community in time of crisis. And whereas it is our duty to express our deepest gratitude to those heroes and to continue supporting their mental, physical, and emotional well-being as they carry out their virtual work. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor Judge Covello, and the Township Committee of the Township of Roselle Park, do hereby proclaim October 28th as National First Responder Day in Roselle Park, encouraging all citizens to reflect on the individual contributions of first responders, take a moment to express their appreciation, your appreciation, for their tireless efforts and service. Dated 24 September 2025. Thank you, Mark, for donating that flag, and it'll be flown as of the second, because we do on the Senate flag that's in the report. All right? Thank you. So the next proclamation is for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this is the month of October, the whole month of October. Breast cancer, unfortunately, doesn't only affect women, it also affects men. It is one of the most number one leading causes of death in women. Early detection is always a good thing, and it's a difficult situation. I know, unfortunately, I just heard a young woman in her 30s was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. So you don't know what's going to happen. I've been in the medical field for many years now, and it is hard. It's coming along, but let's keep it in our hearts and in our minds all the time. This flag is being donated by Mr. Smith. If you come up with please. So let me read this. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October 2025. Whereas breast cancer remains one of the most common forms of cancer affecting individuals worldwide, with millions of families impacted each year. Whereas the month of October is dedicated to raising awareness, supporting those affected, and honoring the strength and resilience of breast cancer survivors. Whereas it is crucial to foster an environment of compassion, education, advocacy, ensuring that individuals have access to the resources they need to prevent, detect, and fight breast cancer. Now, therefore, be resolved that I, Mayor Teresa Judge Covello, and the Township Committee of the Township of Rochelle Park do hereby proclaim the month of October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Rochelle Park, encouraging all to take part in this most important cause by spreading awareness, participating in fundraising efforts, and supporting those impacted and their families by breast cancer. Dated this 24th day of September, in the year 2025. Thank you very much for doing this donation.
Thank you.
And I appreciate the collaborative comments on the second week of October. There you go. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And also, thank you. All right, I got this one. And one more. Okay. All right, now, what do we have next? We have Week Without Driving. Mr. Warren, would you like to come up here, please? This is a proclamation, Week Without Driving, from September 20th, 2025 to October 5th, 2025. And Mr. Warren. All right, so, whereas access to mobility is a fundamental part of health and safety and community connection, allowing Rochelle Park to reach education, employment opportunities, medical services, shopping, recreation, and visits to friends and family. Whereas many community members cannot afford or financially stretch to pay for car ownership and maintenance, the AAA estimates that the cost of $12,297 a year, that's, $1,025 a month, to own a vehicle, and recommends drivers spend no more than 10% of their income on their car. This means drivers need to make $120,000 a year to cover average car costs. Median incomes in the U.S. are $77,000 per household. And whereas nearly a third of the people residing in the U.S. do not have driver's license, either because of their age or conditions that don't allow them to drive. Whereas public transportation and strong network of sidewalks and bike paths aren't available in every community, making it much more difficult to get around, visit family and friends, take care of everyday tasks for those who cannot or do not drive. Whereas going on a week without driving is a great way to understand how we can improve our transportation connectivity and access to better meet the needs of our community members. Now, therefore, be resolved that I, Mayor Teresa Judge Covello, and the Township Committee of Township of Rochelle Park, do hereby proclaim September 29th through October 5th, 2025, as a week without driving, and I encourage all people in Rochelle Park to join me in this special observance, dated this 24th day of September in 2025. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Would you like to say something?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope that the Township of Rochelle Park tries to participate, and the best way to try is to plan out your week from September 29th to October 5th, and just try to take one less car trip if you can. Starting there will give you an idea of, Mr. Cottrell, if I could just mention your speech before, how dangerous a crossing guard job is. That's a testament to how much cars have taken over our way of life, and the fact that we use a car to get everywhere within a 1 square mile town. I spoke with Chief Pinto this afternoon, as well as with Lieutenant Kukowski. I know Walking Days is being prepared in cooperation with Midland School. But please try to take one less car ride if you can. I've been taking bike rides for the past year. You get to learn a lot about your community and see people that you probably haven't seen in a while, or meet neighbors that you haven't met yet. So I hope people participate, and if you'd like to talk more about bikes and stuff, I'm always available, and I thank you for recognizing the Week Without Driving.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Want to get the flag, so we can get Mr. Mitchell's flag.
Oh, yeah.
There, because we can't do this. Here we go, 1 second here. Just go get
Wait, would you come up, I want to take a picture with you with the flag? I know it's the back. This is the flag.
All righty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for their flag presentation, and Mr. Warren for the week without driving. All right, so moving on to discussion, we have the 2025 best practice inventory. Mr. Rotolo, Rigatano, I'm sorry, Rigatano. I do that all the time. No way I do.
Good evening, everyone. The best practice is part of the statutory requirement that myself and the township clerk present to you the survey. You all should have received the survey. Very happy to report there were only 3 no's that we answered on the scoring populace. The 3 no's had to do with volunteer tuition to the volunteer fire department personnel. That's a resolution that we're going to look at for next year. The other one was we do not have electric vehicle stations at this time. That's also going to be looked at according to the chief. And we had a couple audit findings that were repeated that we're trying to extinguish hopefully next year. The biggest one is buying from the departments purchasing items before a purchase order is issued. So that's something that has been done in the past. Hopefully we can stop that. With that, we will be getting our 100% state aid November. And with that, that is my presentation this evening.
Thank you. Just to clarify, this is to get the state aid. We're looking probably November-ish kind of thing?
Well, November 1st, we should be seeing a wire come in for $200,000.
Approximately 200.
Approximate.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions on the dais? No? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Troy. Okay, moving on to correspondence. Any correspondence that we have? Ms. Kim? No? All right, thank you. All right, may I have adoption? We have adoption of minutes for the public session for September 10th, 2025, executive session September 10th, 2025. May I have a motion to adopt these minutes?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Chouinski?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. So we have approval of the agenda, motion to approve this agenda. May I have a motion to approve it?
Motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Chouinski?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes,
Motion passes.
thank you. All right, let's start with some reports. Administrator?
Thank you, Mayor. I'll try to keep it brief. It's only been 2 weeks since we last met, albeit we've done a lot. Start with some bad news. While looking to do the Berdan Street enhancement project, we learned that there's a storm system pipe that runs from Berdan Street to Sprout Brook. It's got to collapse about 239 feet into our parking lot. We're consulting with Boswell on that in order to do a spot repair, and we're hoping once we do that spot repair, there's no further damage beyond, but again, it'll be addressed sooner than later. The roof update, I met with the engineer today from Collier's Engineering. The contractor has been working. They've been working, concentrating on the second floor of the building first. The scuppers were put in, and they've done the preparatory work that they need to do to start on the lower roof. We're hoping within 2 to 3 weeks that'll be done, again, it's weather permitting, but it is moving ahead. And lastly, I had Michaela put up the picture. That's the result of the efforts of our DPW through a $2,000 donation that was made by the developer of the extra storage space. That was where that construction trailer was, Mayor, where you complained about falling in mud.
I slipped in the mud, yeah.
And so when I reached out to the developer, said we can't have that anymore, he may take that, sure, yeah. It almost looks like the rendering that Dave's team sent to me, the computer rendering when I first said, but I want to thank our DPW again. That's the fruits of their labor. All the materials were paid for by the developer. The DPW went out and did that. So now when you drive down the dead end of Midland, and where you see that orange snow fence, rest assured that's going to be part of the Matthews Field Improvement Project under our open space grant. That'll be replaced with a vinyl fence, I believe. Dave, we want to do vinyl, and also along the back of that. But again, I think Dave and his team, they don't stop, so they deserve the kudos. So thank you, Dave. And that's it, Mayor. I'm sure as you have questions, I'll be able to answer.
So I heard a couple of people say, where is that? That is the back of Matthews Field where they were building the storage unit. And, right, the storage facility back there.
And I do want to add, the dead tree was what the developer put in on his property, and that'll be replaced before they get their CO.
So,
yes.
we were at an event, I'm trying to remember, I think it was opening day in baseball, I believe it was, and I came out the back, right, because there's parking over there, and I literally almost took a header on the mud. So I was not very happy about it, because anybody, God forbid, could have fallen and gotten hurt. Luckily, I'm okay, but it was one big pool of mud. So our administrator got a phone call, and I said, fix it. And he did, and he went and had to donate it, right? Most of that was all donated by, if not all of it, right?
Correct. All of the funds to purchase all the materials were donated by the developer.
Right. So, it looks great. Thank you, DPW, once again, for all the work you do. There are a couple of questions on the consent agenda that I'll be talking to you before we go through it.
Absolutely.
Everybody asked for explanation. So I'm going to switch this around. Council, anything?
Yes, just a couple of quick updates. We're still awaiting a decision from Superior Court on the Tulsa zoning case involving the daycare center. The violations with respect to the automobile storage at 120 West Passaic is for municipal court right now in River Edge, and that has been adjourned. There was a court hearing, so hopefully that will be heard shortly. The complaint against Tulsa for a violation of the developer's agreement has been filed, so that's in the very, very early stages. And just one other comment. On the agenda is a shared service agreement with Elmwood Park. That was at the request of our administrator and fire chief with regard to using a fire truck on Elmwood Park, who was very gracious in allowing this municipality to use their fire truck at no cost. However, we are required to enter into a shared service agreement with them, so that is on the agenda for approval tonight.
Very good. Thank you very much.
And Mayor, the fire chief is here should there be any questions.
Yes. Anybody have any questions about that agreement? I believe, Charlie, question, was that the pumper that went out? What went down that we had to?
Nothing's currently down. It's just that the rig is failing, so before we have any major issues, we'd like to put a spare rig in service while we explore over here.
So nothing is down.
The rig has to be sent out to be properly...
So the rig has to be sent out, okay.
Has to be sent out then to properly examine it, to find all the issues.
Gotcha.
Full quote on...
Is that the pumper that we're talking about? Okay, that's what I want to know, because that has the water in it that you're talking about, right? That
yes.
Has to be examined for it. Perfect. Thank you, Elmwood Park. Thank you, Mr. Greco, for reaching out to them. And of course, no cost is a good thing. Thank you. I have, what's next? We have our clerk.
Yes, just a couple of things, Mayor, regarding the election. Per the county, mail-in ballots have been mailed out to Rochelle Park. Voters with active requests who do not receive their ballots within a week should call the county clerk's office and request a duplicate. Deadline for the clerk's office, the Bergen County clerk's office, to receive vote by mail applications for this upcoming election is October 28th. The Township Clerk's Office will also be open late October 14th, which is a Tuesday, to accept late-night voter registrants. So anybody who's interested in voting for the upcoming election, that day will be the last day that you can come in and drop off your voter registration. So our office will be open until 9 p.m.
Thank you very much. Alrighty, we're going to get into committee reports here. So I'm going to start off, if you don't mind, because I have two of them to do. Mr. PJ is not feeling well this evening, so I have hers here too. So let me first start with mine, and this is the police department. During the month of August, our team, the police department, answered staggering 1,509 calls for service. Responding to these calls of service, our patrol division and detectives continue to demonstrate good productivity in seeking out criminal activity before it impacts our residents and stakeholders. The extra effort and dedication is demonstrated by 358 motor vehicle stops, 12 arrests, 20 criminal charges, 665 summonses issued in the month of August. And there's more on into it, but I was reading into this a little bit, and one of the trainings that the officers are being trained for is training in marijuana impairment driving recognition. I'm going to ask Chief to please go into that a little bit.
Sure, Mayor. So as part of the legalization of cannabis, one of the large concerns by the then Attorney General Kabir Graywall, as well as the Colonel of the State Police, was the ability of officers to recognize those who are currently or operating a vehicle currently under the influence of cannabis. While it's legal to possess it, it's still not legal to drive under the influence of it. We've been sending officers now, and the state finally has caught up to where the training for these sessions takes place. So we will continue to send our officers. Again, it's easy to detect the odor of an alcoholic beverage on someone's breath and go from there. The smell of raw cannabis is not enough for an officer to make an arrest, but the smell of burnt marijuana would then lead to a further investigation, and these classes will help officers identify those in fact under the influence versus those who may have just spoken casually at home and it still lingers on their clothes. So it protects the society in all aspects.
Great training. Good. Also, thank you for the National Night Out that was in August. It was very well attended. I was there. I think everyone from the community was there that I can remember, right? Mm-hmm. It was terrific. Each year it seems to get better and better. I believe Mr. Officer LeBoy was part of that. I think he was the one running it, or am I?
Correct, Mayor. Part of our succession planning has been to kind of get our younger or more middle line officers and, ranking officers involved. And Sergeant LeBoy, as well as Officer Starling and Officer Whitney Bledsoe, took the lead this year. And as you say, it's very gratifying for me because it blew my first one away, and I'm happy that succession planning is working.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Thank you on that. So let me go on to the seniors. Tomorrow is their meeting, 9:25. A nutritionist will be there, and coffee and good stuff will be served. Another thing I'd like to bring to everybody's attention, I also want to say that thank you to CERT and OEM for attending all the events that have been going on in town. They always have their tent there. They're always aware of what's happening. We also now still are in hurricane season, correct? And I just happened to see tonight's news where it shows two of them coming toward our U.S. And, we are always updated and always kept aware of our situations that are happening. Thank you for doing that. So I also have a flu clinic that our township clerk helped set up. This is the flu clinic. I'm sorry? And the deputy.
We both did it.
Who did? Oh, I'm sorry, Michaela, also the deputy clerk. Where is she? Oh, yeah, there you are. Set up this flu clinic. We had it last year. This one is being done by ShopRite. It is October 9th, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. It'll be at our senior center. And so far, this is set up for seniors. Now, seniors are classified 55 and over in Rochelle Park, as far as the senior club is concerned. It is for disabled, and it is for employees of the township. So if anybody's interested, these will be posted out in the hallway. They're on I believe it's on the website. It'll be on the website also. And this will be something that we hope will. A lot of people came last year. I actually got my flu shot. And again, it's a kind donation from ShopRite. So appreciate that. Now, also, I just want to read Jen's report here. Jennifer's report for Recreation Update. The Recreation Department's first fall festival was held Saturday, September 20th, and was a great success. The turnout was excellent, and the feedback from both residents and vendors were overwhelming and positive. Thank you to everyone who helped make this event such a wonderful experience for the community. So looking ahead, the Recreation Department has many exciting events planned. This is Mischief Night toilet papering sign-up available, house decorating contest, trick-or-treat house participation sign-ups available, turkey trot in November. I believe that's a 5K, correct? Okay, got it. The annual tree lighting, trolley rides, and winter basketball and softball clinics. Flyers for all these events will be posted on town website, social media, and the municipal building, TV, as well as also be displayed in the municipal side of the building. Each event featured its own QR code for easy sign-up. Jen would like to extend her sincere thanks to all who, and recognize all the hard work of the Recreation Department volunteers, as well as I'm sure the rest of the committee also. I would like to thank all our volunteers for everything they do. The countless hours they dedicated to organizing and executing programs and events for this community are deeply appreciated by the mayor, council, and residents alike. So the Veterans Update, Post 170, will host its annual family picnic Friday, September 27th, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. All are welcome. In the building department, there are permits issued 14, UCC inspections 37. Total value of construction $384,133. Permit fees collected $13,084. UCC penalties nothing, 0. Permit fees waived $375. Zoning permits $1,510. Zoning inspections 1. Zoning applications 17. Zoning violations 2. Continuous certificate of occupancy $1,425. Lead inspections, 0. Property maintenance violations issues were 9. 77 complaints, 43 inspections, total fees collected, $16,019. Year to date, $179,495. So Midland, and this is community support also, Midland School class of 2026 will hold their annual car wash fundraiser this Saturday at the firehouse from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Support the 8th grade class with a $5 car wash and take the opportunity to purchase mums, decorative pens, apple cider, donuts, and apple cider. Several residents on Rochelle Avenue have inquired about the Route 80 sound barrier project. To clarify, in October 2023, the Township Committee unanimously passed a resolution number 024-115, officially endorsing the NJDOT improvements for Route 80 corridor from Riverview Drive to Polyfire Road. The NJDOT currently projects the start of this construction at the end of 2027. While the Township does not control this project, it has been fully supportive and endorsed by Rochelle Park. And that's Mrs. Apicho's report. Okay, so moving on. Gail, would you like to give your report?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you to Assemblywoman Swain and Assemblyman Tully for being here tonight, and thank you both for your work in funding our pump station. Congratulations, Bill Cottrell, for your 15 years of service. As I mentioned earlier, he took over my mother's corner when she retired as a crossing guard, so it's nice to see that the baton has been passed and it will be passed again. For the court report for August, the month of August, traffic 582, criminal 20, for a total of $18,454.24. This number is up over $5,800 compared to August of last year. Thank you to our court colleagues and to our police for their hard work this month. I had the opportunity to volunteer with CERT at the Fall Festival. The weather was perfect and everyone who attended had a great time. Thanks to our police, staff, and volunteers who made this day possible. A few weeks ago was Overdose Prevention Week. President Donald Trump stated, "The safety, health, and well-being of our people is essential to building a resilient nation." Tragically, one of the gravest threats to American lives is drug overdose crisis. which has caused heartbreak and suffering on an untold number of families. He continued that the Overdose Prevention Week, we remember those who lost their lives to overdose, and we stand beside the families left to grieve, and we renew our solemn commitment to end this epidemic once and for all. I share this because during my first year as an elected official, I was shocked to learn how often our police have administered Narcan to our residents. This is a problem that people assume happens somewhere else, but it's happening here in our town. Last year we had 4, and so far this year we have been at 5. I'm grateful to our police's life-saving work. Please contribute by looking for the warning signs and teaching our children the dangers of drug use.
Thank you. I believe you can also get your Narcan free for your household at most pharmacies, so if you want to check that out. I mean, I've been a nurse a long time. I know that it does work, and it is effective, and gosh forbid something happens in your home. It's really easy to distribute, and it's good to have, and it lasts a while. Thank you again, Mr.
You're welcome.
Ms. Gale. Thank you. Mr. Miller?
Sure.
Sorry.
Good evening. Welcome to the season of Fall Rochelle Park. The Rochelle Park Volunteer Fire Department responded to 27 calls during the month of August. The Shade Tree Commission worked with a licensed tree contractor, Servo of Hackensack, to plant 20 new trees along El Dorado and Crescent. In addition, tree planting locations have been marked for trees on Howard Avenue and Patton Court. These will be planted in the very near future. Please also email Shade Tree Commissioner Michael Warren with suggested streets for the Shade Tree Commission to consider in the 2026 planting schedule. The Rochelle Park Library is hosting line dancing this Saturday, September 27th at 1 p.m. in the Senior Center. All are welcome to join this very popular community activity. The library is also hosting a Hispanic Heritage Month flag raising and celebration on Wednesday, October 1st. The flag raising ceremony will take place at 5:30 p.m. at the commemorative flagpole located behind us. Following that, the celebration is going to continue at 6 o'clock p.m. in the Senior Center with music, food, and crafts for all to enjoy. I also want to thank Assemblywoman Lisa Swain and Assemblyman Chris Tolley for advocating for us in Trenton and securing $1 million to help fund our new pump station. Lisa and Chris are proactive leaders, and we're grateful for their ongoing commitment as our legislatures supporting our community, and of course to Bill Cottrell for his years of service to our community as a crossing guard. That's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Miller. Mr. Chwinsky?
Sure. First off, on a school note, Midland School on October 18th, the PTO is hosting a trunk or treat from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. There's information, I believe, on the school website. From the DPW, we have a report. The street sweeper has been out for 14 hours. The DPW members repaired 4 storm drains. All had various point repairs. Household hazardous waste drop-off is October 19th at Bergen Camp Call Mountain Reservation, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. A reminder, electronics pickups are the 4th Wednesday of each month. Please call the DPW to schedule. There have been 2 calls for sewer backups. As Mr. Miller said, Committeeman Miller said, tree plantings have been completed on Crescent and El Dorado. 20 trees have been planted. The tree plantings on Howard Ave should be completed in the next couple of weeks. The DPW has also taken delivery of 10 trees that will be plantings as well for residents that have added themselves to the tree list. DPW has also started their annual storm drain cleaning and maintenance with the rental factor truck. I'd like to also personally say the fall festival I attended, I got here late, I came from another fall festival. And it was really nice to see the parking lot of the municipal building used in a much different way than I've ever seen it used, with people and vendors out. And what was really special, or to me, when I came here, was there was a lot of community vendors. There were people from our actual community that were out here in presenting their talents and what they can offer the community, and I'd like to see more of that. That was really really nice to see. And expanding upon that and moving forward, that would, what we can do, right? The other thing I wanted to mention, that I'm also in talks, and I'm kind of like, consider myself like, I don't know.
What?
Like spyware, like I'm in the background for building. If you guys need help, I'm there. I don't want to be overbearing. I don't want to be in the way, but I'm there if you need me. Dave Brown and I have been talking about Matthews Field and coming up with some solutions for some of the windows and he's been showing me some of the defects and some of the issues that they're facing and what we need to do, and we're working to solutions to figure out how to resolve them. So I just want people to know that that's not going unnoticed. As far as Mr. Cottrell, seeing you out there, you were a friend of my uncle's. I knew you as a friend of my Uncle John who lived in town. That's how I wound up in town in 1988. You got a call to go be a crossing guard on your retirement. My Uncle John got a tool belt for me at his retirement party to come work with me about the same time. So I remember you going back from then and the smile on your face every day on that corner, and I felt like you are my uncle on that corner. So thank you for your service and thank you for everything you do. The sponsors for the fans, for the flags tonight, wonderful way to be appreciated, for me to be appreciating you, to see you come up here tonight for Breast Cancer Awareness, Hispanic. The different reasons and the different reaching out of the community, I'm seeing more and more as time goes on, and it's, for me, it's a big deal. So thank you very much.
Thank you. There's two things I also want to mention. There is a shredding event coming up on the 27th, this Saturday. What's the hours, Mikhail? 9 to 1?
It's usually 9.
It's 9 to 1. Okay, so the shredding event here in the municipal parking lot is this Saturday, 9 to 1. Also, there's discussion now of, I was able to have a discussion with DPW, superintendent, and our administrator, in regards to looking into getting new recyclable cans per household. This is something that is being looked into now. Administrator, would you like to speak about it for a second?
Sure, Mayor. We've been able to, through the help of the CFO as well, and at this committee's behest, I know it's something that's long overdue. Dave Brown's talked about it for years. We were able to secure the grant funding for Clean Communities Grant this year, and we're going to try to combine funds and see. Right now we're out. I know Lisa Shealy's also helping Dave. The quote we had was no longer valid, and the prices have probably about 5% increased over the last year and a half, but we're actually seeking other vendors, and I look forward to making it happen.
Yes, hopefully soon. Thank you very much. All right, everybody okay?
Yeah, can I ask about that recycling bin?
Yeah.
In terms of the design of the recycling bin, would this be a lid that's attached to the can?
I don't believe these were attached lids, correct,
No,
Dave?
the original ones weren't, right? Yeah,
The original ones were 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the ones you were talking about, but I think we're looking into the ones that, hopefully we can look into the ones that have attached to the can. I mean, I think that's the best thing. We're gonna take a look and see what we can do. Yep, so we're gonna check it out. All right, let's move on here. Again, appreciate everything everybody does for the community. Thank you so much. Any new business? No? No? Any new business? Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we have public participation. May I have a motion to open to the public, please?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Lady-Woman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Rudy Trulinski?
Yes.
Mayor George Carvello?
Yes. Okay, we are now open to the public.
Yes,
Council?
everyone will be limited to 3 minutes. Please state your name and the town in which you reside. At the mayor's discretion, the time may be extended.
Thank you. Anybody from the public like to speak? It's great having you here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Bye, Gloria.
Good night.
Good night. See you. Take care.
Hi, everyone. Michael Warren, 181 West Oldest Street. A couple things. First, I have to thank Dave Brown. Those trees in El Dorado and Crescent, he was a big help. This was the first time the Shade Tree Commission went to an outside contractor that Dave knew and had a lot of faith in. So I just want to make sure Dave gets kudos for that as well. The Shade Tree Commission is looking to do that some more, maybe getting some more outside contractors to help alleviate the work. Mr. Pinto said it himself, Dave and the guys have a lot going on. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that first. My next thing was the recreation, the fall festival. I saw Mr. Trinsky, so a lot of vendors were there, local ones. I just know no one asked Team Marshall Park to come. We've donated probably almost $2,000 back to this town, to its residents. So I don't know if anyone is here from Rec and how vendors got here, but we were not communicated with to go to be at the fall festival. So I'd like an answer on that at some point. Also, the other thing was this Saturday, the Environmental Commission is doing the community garden cleanup over at Carlock. We could definitely use some hands there. I was just there this week. There's some stuff to clean up back there. If we want to get this garden off the ground, it has to be a community effort. And Mr. Trinsky, you just said you're great at building things. Love to get your eyes on there. We've been back there before. But if you have some time, it's 11 a.m. So after you drop off your shredding stuff, please come. The other thing, too, you mentioned, Dean, about the Clean Communities grant. I know this year I had to fill out some paperwork from Team Rochelle Park so you can get some more money because we do our cleanups every year. So I'd like to see some of that money not just go to DPW, not that Dave doesn't do a good job of spending it, but maybe we send some to the Environmental Commission. You know, it seems like it just gets funneled to one area when you're getting extra money because I had to document those cleanups that we do, that people come in town to, you know, to help make Rochelle Park a bit cleaner.
Michael, I don't make that decision. I don't vote. I was asked by the mayor committee to look into purchasing new recycling bins with that grant money.
Great. So I guess I'll email you tomorrow just to find out how much that grant money is, but happy to help make that pot bigger. I'm not complaining about that, but maybe we slice off a little bit for the Environmental Commission, which doesn't have a budget at all. We did get SEND to donate $1,000 to the garden, so they'll be one of the sponsors once that gets off the ground in spring of '26. So that was a piece of good news as well. So just really a lot of things presented tonight in my little 3 minutes, but thank you guys, and I'm glad you got the $1 million, and you know, I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I know the Clean Community Grant is from also last year, is being used from last year, the money from there, and it's looking into this year. And I know that recyclable cans have been talked about for a long time. I'm sorry.
No, you can talk.
Oh, okay. I know it's been talked about a long time, and I know that, yes, environmental unfortunately didn't get any funding from that, and we do appreciate everything you guys do, really do. So maybe we can look into something like that. I appreciate your time. Sorry, Ms. Boniface?
I'm going to talk about the Linda Boniface 33 Parkway, Rochelle Park. I want to talk about the recycle bins.
Mm-hmm.
If you're intending on buying those little green ones, don't waste your money.
Right.
If you look around town, the people that have them, the lids are gone. It just happens to be every day for some reason that the recycle goes out, it's windy.
Yeah, it's true.
So if we can get ones with an attached lid and a little bigger, because there are more stuff coming recycle. So that's my suggestion. If you're looking to get the cheapest thing possible, don't even waste the money of the town.
Linda, what's the size you have? I saw there's a blue one that you have at the top. Is that 50?
Got them in Home Depot, so I don't even know.
Okay.
Maybe 40 gallons?
It's 40 gallon? Yeah.
I don't know.
I was just curious, but I saw it. That's a nice
Yeah.
design too. So we'll see what we can get.
Okay, thank
Dave,
you.
I'm sorry?
The ones that we currently have, that are currently being used, are 25 now.
That's the green ones?
That's the good.
Well, to Ms. Boniface's point, I get it, you know, because some houses end up having 3 or 4, and if it's a little bit bigger, and let's face it, she's 100% right. It's very windy every time you put those cans and bottles out, and ends up everywhere, so maybe we can look at that too. Look, we'll work it out, we'll try to get some estimates, we'll see what happens, but great suggestions, thank you, Ms. Boniface. Anyone else, please? Hi, Diane.
Hello, Diane Rohassel, Forest Place. First, even though it seems like a long way away, I want to announce the Scouts will be holding a fish fry again this year It will not be till November 16th, but I will bring tickets to the next meeting, at least the plans are. It is $20 a ticket again, and as most people know, you get delicious fish made by Tastefully British, or chicken tenders, fries, coleslaw, etc. And you have to buy tickets ahead because we have to place the orders with them. That's their policy.
Can I have that date again, please?
November 16th, it's a Sunday, from
Okay.
4 to 6.
Sorry?
From 4 to 6.
4 to 6? Okay.
Yep.
And they can pick it up also, right? They can-
It's only pickup.
It is all in pickup.
Right, you
Got it.
drive in, we do it behind the American Legion, you drive in and around, and
Got it.
we bring you the food.
Okay.
Several meetings ago, a sound ordinance was passed, and it now says landscapers can't start until 8 a.m. I want to know if landscapers that work in town were notified of this change. I know I had previously asked if there was a list of registered landscapers, and was told it wasn't, but according to ordinance 123-2, they have to show the clerk that they are registered with the state. So to me, that would give you a list. And if we had a list, then they could all be informed about the change in time. And I'm sure a lot of them don't even know about the change. So if they're out there at 7 a.m. when they're not supposed to be there till 8, if we had a list and they could all just be reached, you know, by the way we've changed this, it would make a big difference. And I know there are landscapers starting, I know in my neighborhood, we have them up and down the street, they're starting way early, so it'd be great if they were told. The other thing I wanted to ask, why we are not having any more tenant reviews in town in land use. It was stated there that the township decided not to have them, and I know way back when, part of the purpose was to let the public know what's going on, if they had any concerns about a new business or a new whatever coming in. And now that there isn't a tenant review, once the business is there and established, it's kind of late for the public to find out about it. So I was wondering what the reason why we don't have tenant reviews anymore? I know there was a question about the...
Or is that?
No, that was it. I know there's a question about the cost. I'm not asking about them being charged.
Council?
Well, there was actually a few reasons, and some other municipalities had that process, but what they found out that it was becoming a hindrance to the landlord because the tenant could not take over the space until they got their approval. And then if for whatever reason the board wasn't meeting the month, it could be a couple of months delay. They still have to go through their inspections to make sure that the space meets the building code and subcode requirements. And if for whatever reason the business requires some type of formal approval, such as a variance, they still have to go to the board. But to require them just to go to the board to say, for example, the nail salon is now going to be a hair salon or vice versa, they felt was more of a hindrance and was a deterrent actually for businesses to come into the community.
I can see what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing about the delay if possible. I can just think of two reasons. I personally was not against it, but I remember when the Exxon station was going through all it was going through, and there was a lot of people that were concerned about a repair shop versus the gas station, et cetera. And the other day we went in there to get gas, and there's a whole repair station there. So if anybody, back when they had those concerns about people pulling in versus the pumps, it's there now. It's too late. You know, that business that's taking over the Metropolitan plant, I don't know what it's becoming now, sort of down diagonal from the
I know
Mac
where it
building.
is.
You know what I'm
I
talking
know what
about.
it's becoming to.
Okay, and it's a big, big development going on. I mean, I don't live down there, but some of the people that live there might have questions about it again. Once it's built, it's built.
So from what I'm understanding, Diane, it's supposed to be a sleep center, correct? Or is that something to... That was previously approved, correct?
I can answer.
Oh,
that.
yes, please, go ahead.
So I was on the planning board, and that did come before the planning board, the sleep center. It was quite a few years ago.
Right.
I don't know, I know they had to get state approvals.
Well, if that's what it is, they're building giant ambulance bay doors now and everything, so I wonder...
Right, but that all came before the planning board. So it's been approved, and it was
Oh.
open to the public, and it was more than one meeting.
Oh, I'm not doubting you did, but
I'm sure there was a
I'm
tenant
curious
review at
how a
the time.
sleep center would need, you know, ambulance bays, et cetera, but I guess you guys approved on that, so, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hi, Sam.
Good evening, Samuel Bouveron, 26 Pardon Court. First of all, I would like to thank you all for your support and help with getting $1 million for the pump station.
Samuel, may you please spell your last name for the clerk?
Yes, Bouveron, Bouveron, Samuel, 26 Pardon Court.
Samuel. Sorry?
Bouveron. That doesn't count
Thank you.
against the 3 minutes.
Thank you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to thank you for the pump station and the $1 million check. That's awesome. It's one step forward against flood mitigation. Michael, with Team Rochelle Park and I have been meeting with Lisa Swain for the past couple of years on a regular basis. We've made tremendous progress in, I would say, communicating on this topic. We have reached out to several towns along the Saddle River. Dave Refkin from the Environmental Committee in Ridgewood has led some efforts with Columbia University. And I spoke with him earlier today. He's volunteering to speak and explain what the Columbia study has done, the report. So if you would like to take opportunity of this, and eventually invite the residents of Rochelle Park to see what can be done for flood mitigation. Please let me know and I can coordinate with Dave for one of the next meetings. The second topic that I wanted to address with you is still related to flood mitigation. I've been trying to get the attention from Mr. Tedesco and the U.S. Army Corps. We have got approval from the NJDEP of approving the general report, re-evaluation report. Unfortunately, with money, with 50% funded, approved by them. Unfortunately, we cannot get the U.S. Army Corps to submit their request to the NJDEP. So
You can't or you can? You can't.
What we need someone either from the town, from the county, to press onto the U.S. Army Corps so they can submit this request to NJDEP. NJDEP has the money, they have secured it, they don't have a limit of time in terms of spending it. And I can forward you the email communication from NJDEP if you would like to.
This is to bring the Army Corps of Engineers to the DEP, to the report that we could move forward with the funding for it, correct?
Yeah.
So if you would forward, I will forward to the attorney, maybe we can see if we can work with that. I know Dave has, he was at the county requesting, I told you this, I think, spoke with the commissioners there, I believe at the last meeting that I know of, and, naming at least 6 towns that I know of that wanted to get involved for the mitigation of Saddle River or the dredging. So.
We have a great opportunity here to do some very, I would say, effective work on the river to avoid flood mitigation. The grant that you're talking about, the deadline is October 29.
Right.
And if we get together with the other towns by October 29 and we submit this application, we have a good shot to get this grant approved. It's $10 million to be spent within the next 2 years. So that would be a
10 million, but the county, from what I'm understanding, from what I'm understanding, the county would have to apply for this grant.
Yes.
That's what I'm understanding.
And that's where we need,
and that's why he was there to have that. Because, I mean, I saw the meetings and I know what was happening, and Rochelle Park was named in that, one of the few towns from what I could remember. But that's the county that has to initiate it.
Where it's unclear for us is who is the quarterback to apply for this grant.
Well, the county starts for it. I understand that's how they have.
Who are the county? And that's where we need to put the pressure because.
That's a great question. I know he approached the commissioners about it, and I can find out for you who is the quarterback, as you stated, to push forward. I can ask them about it if I can reach out. I'll try reaching out to see what's happening because you did say it was October
29.
8th or 9th.
29 is the deadline, yes.
So they would have to apply for the 10 million, and then the town, from what I'm understanding, would have to apply to the county for the 10 million. That's, I'm understanding, this is just, succession of it. So hopefully, let me see who I can get in touch with that. Again, they start, we would then apply to the county. That's what I'm understanding.
There is a great opportunity here. We don't want to miss it. That's all I wanted to say.
Sorry?
There is a great opportunity and we don't want to miss it. That's all I wanted to say.
We don't want to miss it. That's a lot of money, right? So I'll check into it, or actually, maybe our clerk could even check into it to find out who is actually, working toward that and inform the committee, because that's quite a bit of money. And you know, if there's 6 towns, 10 million, okay, there's another million, yay. And we can hopefully go for flood mitigation on it, so thank you, Sam, I appreciate it.
Thank you all. Have a good
Thank
night.
you. Anyone else, please? No? All right, here, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close to the public.
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. Okay, we have an introduction of ordinance. Would you please read the ordinance?
Ordinance 1250-25, amendment of Chapter 161 entitled Streets and Sidewalks.
May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Okay, just to, I just want to recap a little bit of the sidewalks and streets. This was increasing of fees except for, which I discussed, not argued, but at the last meeting about not increasing the fees for the snow if it's there for a little bit longer, especially since there might be, you know, people who cannot get to it or elderly can't get to it right away. This is not, from what I understand, Administrator, this is not increasing those fees, correct?
On residential.
On
Only on residential properties, Mayor.
Only on residential.
It does
Yep.
not increase them on
you.
residential properties.
All right, may I have a roll call, please?
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. All right, so go ahead. You want to read that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Notice is hereby given that ordinance 1250-25 was introduced and passed on first reading at a meeting of the Township Committee of Rochelle Park held today, September 24th, and order published in accordance with the law. Said ordinance will be considered for final reading and adoption at a meeting held on October 8th at 7 p.m. in the Township of Rochelle Park Municipal Building, at which time all persons interested will be given an opportunity to be heard concerning such ordinance.
Thank you. So this is a motion to open to the public on the ordinance. That's the next one.
For the adoptions, yes.
Yes, okay, so we're going forward with the adoptions on the 3. Would you please read the 3? And I'll ask for a motion each individual, open to the public.
Correct. We have ordinance 1247-25, amendment of chapter 70 entitled Brush, Grass, and Weeds. Ordinance 1248-25, amendment of chapter 112 entitled Garbage, Rubbish, and Refuse. And ordinance 1249-25, amendment of chapter 177 entitled Abandoned Vehicles.
Okay, may I have a motion to open this to the public?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes. All right, anyone in front of the audience have any questions or comments about the ordinance that we would like to adopt? No? Seeing none or hearing none, may I have a motion to move forward with motion to adopt 1247-25. May I have a motion to adopt this?
Motion.
May I have,
You have to close the.
I'm sorry, close to the public, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion. Who motioned it? I'm sorry.
I motion.
He motioned it.
Oh, I
Second.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And all in
Okay.
favor, aye. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Adoption. Yes.
Tell me when.
Right now.
Thank you.
Yes, your name.
All right, so may I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1247-25?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1248-25?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Great. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1247-25?
Motion.
1249-25, I'm sorry. Tell me motion, may I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Committeewoman Otola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Truinsky?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Covello?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, the consent agenda, all items listed below are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Township Committee and will be approved by one motion. There'll be no separate discussion on these items unless committee member, or citizen so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda, considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. And as you can see that we have a different set also. And that would be for the resolutions, for the flags that we have there too. That would be separate. But this consent agenda now, I did want to speak to the administrator, a couple of things that I think the public should be aware of. On Resolution 25-253, the award of contract for Howard Avenue landscaping improvements is $56,283.00, correct?
Correct, Mayor, that was the lowest bid that came in out of the one submitted.
One submitted, great. We also have, of course, the fire truck that we were talking about, the authorization of accepting the $1 million for the flood mitigation. Now we have 25-256, Chapter 19, for a special item, and that would be the moving of the money from the 2024 into the 2025. We're talking about the recyclable cans for that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. There's an authorization here, 25-257, authorizing a live horse event at El Asadero's Mexican Grill. Could you please explain that?
Yes, Mayor, the owner of El Asadero Restaurant came to the police department inquiring about having live horses do a performance in his parking lot. Originally, or there's in the city of Passaic, on, I believe it's Sunday, or whatever the date is listed, there's an event, and it's a Mexico Day, and afterwards, the contingency of horses as well as dignitaries that are in attendance have booked the restaurant for their after party. Some of the horses, I'm told, are same ones that marched in our Memorial Day parade and do like the performances. As Mr. Scatino has advised this committee and myself, this body is the only ones who can give a temporary relief to the ordinance that prevents the keeping of such animals in the township. And this resolution addresses that and allows them to have those horses on property for that limited date and time.
And the township will have to get a sign hold harmless.
We actually already have that hold harmless. I won't execute it until I wouldn't execute it until I knew this resolution passed, but it's on my desk prepared for execution upon this resolution.
And I'm going to ask you about the approval of the memorandum of agreement. So that's 25-258, and I know this has to do with the police department, so please, if you could explain that one.
Yes, Mayor, recently we've had some issues with one of the local medical centers. I don't want to say which one, but we had officers with a dial warrant, it's called, so with an actual warrant to draw blood of a suspected DWI driver in hand. The hospital still refused to draw the blood, saying they wouldn't do it without the consent of the patient. Well, the warrant absolutely goes beyond that. It's a court-issued warrant by a judge. So this, once again, Lieutenant Kukowski was here, leads our traffic unit, and attended a Bergen County Traffic Officers meeting. Several municipalities, Paramus, Ridgewood, Glen Rock, as well as others, have had similar issues with that local medical center and said, hey, we've since started an agreement over at Bergen Regional Medical Center, Newbridge Bergen Regional Medical Center. We looked into it. I had Mr. Scatino go through this. We made several changes, or Mr. Scatino recommended several changes, which they agreed to. This will not only allow our officers to have an easier process of getting blood when they need it, to help keep our roads safe, but there's also a little added service in this agreement that allows, in the event we have nobody to call for that intoxicated driver, we used to have to babysit the patient at any medical center due to sheriff's department not doing it anymore, the hospital security staff not doing it. This agreement will allow the hospital to basically take custody of the patient and freeing up our officer to return to the township. So it's a win-win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And thank you for your work, for working for this toward. Thank you, Ms. Kim, for you're helping out also. All right, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda resolution?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Artola?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Chouinski?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Cavallo?
Yes. Thank you. Off consent agenda is resolution 25-259, authorization to fly the first responder flag. May I have a motion for this?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Artola?
No to all flags.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Chouinski?
Yes.
Mayor Judge Cavallo?
Yes. I'm sorry, what's all five?
No.
I know, two all five.
To all five.
Okay, I'm sorry, I thought you said two all five. All right.
To all
So it still passes, we have these?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Resolution 25-260, authorization to fly the breast cancer awareness flag. May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Orzolo?
No to all flags.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Committeeman Troianski?
Yes.
Mayor Josh Carvello?
Yes.
Motion
All right,
passes.
thank you. The next meeting will be held on Wednesday, October 8th, 2025 at 7 PM. Most likely we'll have closed session at 6 PM again, due to litigation or attorney-client privilege. This agenda is subject to change. Thank you very much. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any meetings, abstentions? Thank you very much, everyone, for coming this evening.
Thank you.
Okay, and John.